Just as a little bit of background, food-related factors that can lead to heart disease. We won't spend a lot of time on this, but I just want you to say what comes to the top of your head. What do you think of when you think about food that makes us unhealthy when it comes to our hearts?
Unfortunately, a lot of times it's comfort food. Oh, I'm a stress eater.
For
sugar.
Sugar.
Fried foods. Fried foods.
Yep.
Saturated fat.
Yes.
Drinking a lot of pop that you drink.
Yes, a lot of soda, whether it's sugar, whether it's soda with sugar or diet-free soda, both are equally, well, both are bad.
Cake and ice cream.
Did you say was the first word bacon?
No, cake and ice cream.
Oh, cake and ice cream. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and you know, they say the worst thing you can eat is cold fat ice cream. The things that are in ice cream. So again, though, we get to have treats, just like Nadine said, nothing is for never that we can't eat. Okay, so yeah, things that can lead to heart disease. Oh dear, what happened there? Oh, out of control. Things that can lead to heart disease. Let me try that. Being overweight. So eating all of that stuff, all that cake and ice cream, all those cookies, all that fried food makes us a little bit overweight occasionally. And so we've got to look at ways to keep that weight down. And what I'm going to send your way so that you can challenge yourself and also watch where you know where you stand and watch where you're going is something called a BMI calculator. Have you ever heard of BMI? What's that stand for? Yeah, Bob?
The metabolism,
Body mass
mass
index.
basal metabolism.
Yeah, it's body mass index. So metabolism's a good one, but it is, for this case, body mass index, and it's the ratio of fat to fat in your body. So when you take your body mass index, and when we do that and we discover that it's over 25, we know we are trending the wrong way. So how do you calculate that? There's a mathematical formula, and nobody wants to do math. So I'm sending you this little calculator. And when you click on the link, it says BMI calculator. You just go to a little place where you can put in your height and your weight, and it will give you your BMI number. And just keep in mind that between 18 and 25 is good. So anything outside of those bounds is BMI that you want to do a little bit of work on. Okay. And there are probably more accurate ways to measure that, but you can talk to your doctor about that when you have your next physical. It's a good number to keep in mind. Diets too high in sodium can raise our blood pressure. And what does high blood pressure do to our hearts? Makes them work a little harder, makes our vessels more rigid. Damages. Yeah. So we want our blood vessels to be relaxed, not working, not having our heart work so hard and our vessels work so hard. And there are a lot of foods that can help that to happen as well as controlling sodium. You all got the diets. With what?
You're also dealing with throat. You're also dealing with factors.
You are cutting out. I'm sorry, Nadine. I just couldn't quite.
I said you're also dealing with stroke factors.
Oh, stroke. Yes, absolutely. Yep, definitely. With high blood pressure, for sure. So we've got to keep that controlled. And then diets that are high in sugar can actually lead to high triglycerides, which is a type of fat. So extra energy, extra calories actually get stored as fat. Doesn't matter if you're eating fat, you can be eating sugar and get fat. And of course, we know that. And can lead to diabetes, which is also a systemic issue that can affect the heart. These systems problems like diabetes, like underlying inflammation, is what leads to these system problems with heart disease, diabetes, and oh my, a myriad of other diseases that as we age become harder and harder to control. So we want to get a handle on it now, and we want to incorporate foods that are going to allow us to do this. And I like this picture. Why do I like this picture? Because wow, it just looks like fun, doesn't it? All those chips, and then there's that donut and that hot dog. Yum. So what's the thing that you would pick out of that heart that you would most want to eat?
None.
None of
Maybe-
them. Ooh,
Maybe
Okay.
potato chips.
okay.
Chocolate covered donut.
Chocolate,
The chocolate covered donut.
Potato
Yeah.
chips.
chocolate.
Chocolate, the chips.
Potato chips.
Mhm.
Just looks like a well-balanced meal to me.
Ah, all right.
Hey, is this what you're having for dinner tonight, Bob? Well, I have to say, I'm a sucker for pizza, and I do like a good oh my gosh, a good hot dog every now and then for sure. Actually, I like it all, but I've been pretty good at walking away from most of it. But the probably the easiest one for me to walk away from was the donut. How about you? Is there anything on here that you would just not have to deal with or not care about?
The donuts,
Donut.
the
chocolate.
frankfurters, the hamburgers.
Yeah. So most
I'm
of the
pretty well
Sorry, that
acquainted with all of it.
You're pretty well acquainted. And is there any on there you don't like, Bob?
No,
Yeah, I know. That's tough.
I don't
isn't
like
it?
any of them. I only like potato chips. Anything else I don't like.
Well, you're sure on the right path. Now, I have to ask you, Karen, was it like that for you always, or did you? eat
No,
these-
I would say in the last 30 years.
Okay,
And then I got really plant-based in the last 4 years.
okay.
I didn't drink sodas after college. I didn't eat donuts. I didn't eat pastries. I don't eat salt. I don't have sugar in my house.
So you just got really disciplined with yourself, and you just cut it all
My
out.
husband,
And
he's my husband's the same way, but he eats meat, not meat. He eats chicken and fish.
uh-huh.
I don't eat,
Okay, yeah, so it's good. It's a good indicator of how we really can change these habits that we have over time and get rid of this soda. I have this soda on here because of the excessive amount of sugar that is
Mhm.
in that primarily, but not just that. And if you ever take my class on refreshing alternatives to soda, we talk about that a fair amount. What's in those sodas and why in the world you would want to have an alternative. And it's more than just the sugar. So here are a few tips to help get you moving in the direction of a heart healthy diet.